Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest Wall Tutorials. I'm Koichichi, and in this video, I'm going to go over the new weapon, doing a weapon breakdown. So that is going to be for this weapon right over here. So this is going to be the Laplace Staff. So with this, this is actually going to be a very good weapon, as it is a spell-based weapon that does pretty much non-attribute spell damage, but it also can remove buffs as well. So that's actually going to be good for any type of battle. You don't have to worry about specific type of attributes. And in my case, I actually have been able to actually get 2 of these. So it's pretty much going to be very good, especially against the new Mega Monster. So that is going to be against Inanimates, Mikazuchi. So pretty much yeah, so this is actually going to be quite good, and now I actually want to go ahead and break this weapon down. So in terms of its basic stats, you're going to have plus 119 to your magic power, plus 18 to healing power, plus 66 to just physical attack power. Then in terms of leveling up this particular weapon, at level 1 you're going to have 2 different stats. So at level 1, plus 5 to magic power if this is equipped on a sage, plus 8 to your spell damage as well. Then for level 30, we're going to have plus 5 damage to villain type enemies, level 35 plus 5 damage to inanimate type enemies. At level 40, we're going to have plus 12 to your max MP if you have expertise with this particular weapon. And then at level 45, we're going to have plus 12 to magic power again if you're going to have expertise with this weapon. So that's going to be that there. So I actually did go ahead and explain in pretty good detail about this particular weapon, especially the sudden activation abilities, which I will go over in this video. But to pretty much show how this weapon really works, I'm going to actually go ahead into a Mega Monster battle with Inanimates and Mikazuchi. So here we go. Okay, so here we go with this battle. So pretty much I actually have someone coming in with me, but that should actually be no problem. So still going to go ahead and break down this particular weapon. So pretty much here, from what you're going to see in terms of the characters, you're going to see that on the Archmage on the left, I'm going to have Max with this particular buff here. So that is going to be Io no Yugo, which is Fusion of Light and Darkness. That's going to cost 8 MP. It strengthens Medoroa Iruma based on the Io and Dorma attributes. The more equal both attributes are, the more power and additional effects will increase, but there is a chance that the attribute value will increase at the end of the wielder's action. It's going to last 5 turns. So I did go over what those effects are. So at levels 1, 2, and 3. So for example, level 1, you're going to get plus 10% to spell damage, no added effect. Level 2, plus 30% to spell damage, no added effect is protective shield. And then for level max, you're going to get protective shield, and also increase the duration of a buff by 1 turn, and also plus 80 to spell damage. Then over here, you're going to have the other buff, which is going to be Io no Yugo, which is going to be fusion of fire and ice. So this is pretty much going to increase the spell crit rate of Medoroa Iruma based on the meta and Shadow attributes. So the effect is higher when both attributes are equal, but the attribute value may increase at the beginning of the action. So that's going to last 5 turns, and this is going to have special effects in terms of going from levels 1, 2, and 3. So for example, level 1, you're going to get plus 5% to your spell crit rate, plus 1 to debuff rate. Level 2 going to be plus 10% to spell crit rate, plus 3 to debuff rate, plus 15 to spell crit rate for level 3, plus 10% to debuff rate, and at level max, plus 50% to spell crit rate, and level 35 to debuff rate. So that's going to mean that there. I can't actually show anything right now, but here what I want to do first is go over other abilities. So the first ability I want to go over is going to be right here. It's going to be Scooterto. So Scooterto is going to increase the defenses of all allies by 1 rank, going to look like this. So, got a nice. That was actually quite good. So my characters are fully have the full defense. So here what I want to do is use the other ability is going to be called Ma Justice. So with Ma Justice, this is going to cost 20% of my max MP, and it removes 1 to 4 buffs from one enemy with some exceptions, and can only be used twice during the battle, so going to be like this. So that has been removed. Okay, so again, back with my characters here. So what I want to do now is actually go over the final ability. So that is actually going to be the one that's going to be the main one here. So that's going to be Medoroa Iruma. So this is going to pretty much inflicting the enemy with 4 spark attributes. This does massive spell damage to one enemy with a chance to remove 1 buff with some exceptions. So with this here, you're going to possibly see the effects of these sudden activation abilities. So here, let's go ahead and use this ability. So here I got the spell crit, and I removed its evasion rate buff. So, and then also there you can see that I got a protective shield as well. So you saw the effects of both of the actual abilities here. So again, going to go ahead and use this here. Again, going to use spell crit, and there remove the buff. And with the max, I actually increase the duration of my buffs as well. So here, that's going to be everything for that particular weapon. Okay, so that was the Laplace Staff. So here, using both of these weapons. So yeah, you saw from the actual battle with Mikazuchi, I didn't do the whole battle, but I just wanted to show you exactly what this weapon can actually do. So you did see the effects of how Medoroa and the actual sudden activations work together in terms of removing buffs from the enemy, increasing that with the spell crit rate, and then also getting those special effects from fusion of light and darkness. So that actually really does help out. Then you actually saw how Ma Justice works in terms of removing buffs, but it's going to be with some exceptions, but that actually did work out. And then also with Skuruto, you actually saw how actually getting a echo that actually got me the full effects of getting defenses. So that actually worked out quite well. So this is actually going to be a very good weapon to have in battle. So besides that, this weapon does not have any abilities that affect like all enemies. So that's actually one drawback about it. And then also it doesn't do any special damage to metal type enemies. The previous weapon with Medoroa was the Medoroa Staff. That actually did do damage to metal type enemies, so that actually did make it valuable. I would say this is going to be a weapon that I would compare it to the actual this weapon here. So the Blade of Goddess Celsia. This is going to be a very good weapon in terms of using it in a boss battle, but in terms of a field battle, it's actually not going to be that great. So definitely you want to use this in a boss type battle, so a Mega Monster or in a Hokura where you're going to be fighting one particular enemy. That's going to be when it's very effective. So that's actually a really good comparison, I believe. So pretty much very similar. This weapon only has abilities that does damage to one particular enemy. So again, that would be best for boss battles. But besides that, this is going to be a very good weapon in a boss battle for just debuffing the enemy and removing, well, not debuffing, but removing the buffs off of an enemy. So that is actually going to be quite useful. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. So in my next video, I will be going over the Mikazuchi Mega Monster, so please stay tuned with that. And after that, I will be going over the Sorcerer Hokura as well. So please stay tuned for that, but I'm going to end this video here, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.